Money can be a big issue in relationships, so having the talk with your significant other about finances is important, especially around tax time. Here with me today is Susie Simcox, Chief Administrative Officer for First Fidelity Bank. Thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
Okay, so let's talk about finances. They are obviously important. What should be discussed as a new couple when it comes to taxes?
Taxes specifically. I think when you're thinking about your tax return, you need to make some decisions like filing jointly or separately. You also need to think about what deductions you have, what your focus on. Deductions might be like energy saving improvements you've made, or maybe your contributions to charitable organizations. So those are some things to think about.
Yeah, very good. So like you mentioned, should all married couples do joint taxes or file separately?
Well, they need to consult their tax advisor or a CPA, a professional that does tax preparation, and depending on how complicated their situation is going to impact whether they should file jointly or separately.
That's true. Now, if filing separately and have separate bank accounts, how open should a couple be with each other about money?
Well, this is my opinion. I think you should be very open about money. I think that everything should be shared and large decisions made together, whether you're going to buy a house, that's a big decision, a car, even large appliances or things like that. I think you should set a budget and live within that budget and be as transparent as possible. Yeah. Money can be the root of a lot of discord within a marriage.
That's true, that's true. So aside from tax tips, what are some important things couples should decide financially together?
I think that together you should decide long-term how much you're going to save for retirement. It's very important to save for your future. Also, what kind of insurance policies you may need. Long-term care policies are very good to purchase before you're 50 years old. I know that's not a new married couple purchase, but the younger you are, the less expensive insurance is, and it's really an investment in your future. You should also really talk about children and college savings plans, and you can't start saving for that too soon. The expense for college is outpacing what you can earn on your interest, so you really need to be thinking about where do I want to be 10 years from now and then 20 years from now.
Yeah, now you touched on budget earlier. How do couples create a budget and how do they stick to it?
Well, sticking to it's different than creating it. Well, creating it first is to look at everything that is essential and then to budget for the fun stuff and the non-essentials and to really make a conscious decision about how much you're going to save. And then you need to really have financial fidelity with your spouse and come clean and really look at on a monthly basis what your purchases were and really try to make the big decisions together and stick to that budget. Some people like to use that envelope method, for some of the things that they're saving up for.
Like you allot yourself a certain amount for entertainment or whatever it might be. Okay.
Yes, and when it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
But you can also set up different accounts that kind of help with that financial fidelity. One of my biggest pieces of advice is just have it directly deposited in your savings account. You'll never miss it because it'll be gone from the beginning. So that's one good way to save.
That's true. Very good advice. And for more advice and tips, what is your website?
Our website is www.ffb.com.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.